Hello, I'm Felicia Vereen, always known as Fee.
Hey, Fee, and I'm your girl, Sharita 3, better known as Fred.
And we are Inspire Her, the Total Woman podcast, all about uplifting you.
Yes.
Because, friends, face it, you are awesome.
We'll be chatting up about topics we love to talk about. All the things we as women must juggle every day and the ish we complain about.
But who's listening?
Girl,
we'll
nobody.
chat about the struggle, the job, and about him. You know who we talking about.
Girl.
That boo, husband, boyfriend, ex, whatever you calling them today. Our lovely hellions, kids.
Our angels. But seriously, friends, life happens, and we don't always get a chance to talk about it. We take it on the chin and we keep it moving.
Because that's what we were told to do.
Yep.
But here on Inspire Her, the Total Woman podcast with Red and Fee, we are the friends you love to hang out with. We are here to inspire her, the Total Woman.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up? Ooh.
Girl, look. Woo, baby. Life be lifing.
Absolutely.
Life be life. I know I'm not being ebonically correct, but life be lifing.
Well, that's facts. That's real.
Whether you like it or not, it's gonna life.
Yes. As long as you're on this side, be thankful for it and keep it moving.
Oh, I'm look. Every day I get up, the first thing I say is you God, because some people not able to wake up.
Yeah.
Care what side I'm on, whether I'm good or not, feeling good, aching, I'm still gonna say thank you, God. And that's just,
we definitely be aching at this ripe old age of ours.
I don't know about don't be talking about no ripe old. I ain't old.
Really technically we are a little over age.
A little over middle age.
Well, we a little bit 100.
Still look good, girl.
Well, that part we can always still look good, but we are middle aged women. We are middle aged.
Black don't crack, baby.
We are middle aged. So what's been going on? What we got today?
So off.
Not hashtag I am with Kamala. I like that. You've been hiding heavy in these political streets.
Girl, wait, hold up. Let me show you.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's the group going? What is Black Women? What is it?
It's going crazy.
When with Kamala?
Yeah, so I'm sorry, y'all, but I made that worse, didn't I?
You did. Push it back out. Not licking a finger. Remember how you used to have a little something on your face and you were younger?
Oh my God, that is so much worse.
It
I don't know what I did.
Put it back some like you were.
I think it's my camera. Listen, y'all, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Technical difficulties.
Well, that's just going to have to be what it is today because I am having technical I think the technical difficulty is that I need a better. See that? Okay. I don't know what I see.
Maybe it's a glare from the light. Do you have like a light or something? It looks like a glare. Anyway, how y'all doing? Hey, how's everybody doing? Got the kiddos back in school. How's that going with everybody? Got the kids back in school. So school has started. I'm praying for our kids to have a successful school year, uneventful. But every time you turn around, these kids got some time off.
That's
days off. I hate see. We never had days off. I don't know what Fee got going on.
I don't know what I did. Wait a minute. Hold on.
So while she's trying to get her stuff together, I hope everybody's having kids off to school, and I pray that they have a great, successful school year, uneventful. I hope the kids don't have a lot of anxiety about going back to school, but like I said, they got a whole bunch of days off. Like, we've never had that many days off. Like, Friday and Monday. So I don't know. That's just a lot of days off. But I hope everybody is doing well. You know, and speaking of that, I just wanted a little tips. We get into that time where we are getting into the fall and winter months, which can, provoke a little depression because we're not going to have these sunny days like we used to. We're not going to have these hot days, and when we're able to go out and have a good time, it'll be getting lighter, dark. It'll be getting darker earlier pretty soon. Thinking maybe November. It'll be November sometimes when it gets a little light. It gets dark earlier, so just do things, take care of yourself during that time. It can get a little sad because it's 5:30 and it's pitch black and you're like, Lord, the whole day is gone. But try to do things, still get out, enjoy yourselves and all that stuff. Sophie is back. I just did my
I'm
little
back. I don't know what was going on with my screen. It was looking a little crazy, but I am back. And
yeah. Well, hello there, Auntie Val. Where you been? Good to see you.
I don't know where she been. Miss our support system.
I know.
Listen, honey. This weather down here, I listen. Weather is happening that has never happened before. What? We have never had this many hurricanes, storms. We didn't have flood waters down here. I mean, God, I hear you. I hear you. Whatever you're trying to tell me, I hear you.
It's that global warming.
I'm gonna get my life together.
I said
y'all get your life together. God trying to tell you something.
He is definitely coming. He coming. Y'all better be prepared. He is coming. Get right.
Be prepared. All right. So we getting started, y'all, because we're not gonna hold y'all that long. We're on here to talk about a couple of different things. I'm gonna start out with my political corner. I have become a social activist, and I love it. I actually love it. I think, listen, hey, I might have went to school for the wrong thing. Hey, Sharon, how you doing? I might have went to school for politics. I love it. So listen, I'm just going to give you a couple of tips. Right now is September 3rd. Early voting starts on October 15th here in Georgia. I don't know. Is it the same for Virginia? I can't remember.
I thought it was a little earlier, but yeah. When is the last day to register?
The last day to register, I believe it is October 7th. I believe it's October 7th here. I should have looked up Virginia, but I will put it in the group. Couple things I want you guys to remember, and we'll Red has her corner, and we'll talk about the political corner. Create a voting plan. I know it sounds kind of crazy that we got to create a plan to vote now, but it's serious. Voting is not like it used to be. Oh, go vote and you walk on up there and you vote. Now they're kicking out our voting cards. They're kicking us out the system. You go to vote, your name ain't even on the list no more. So, and some people are voting that has never voted before. I know that sounds a little crazy, but some people, even at a ripe old age of 30-something, is voting for the first time. It's sad, but I'd rather for you to vote for the first time this time than not to vote at all. So the first thing that you need to do is find your polling location. Please know where you are voting. Please. Second thing is know when it opens and closes. The worst thing is to have all good intentions of going to vote and you get there and it's closed. So know what time it opens and closes. I would prefer that everybody that is choosing to vote, and I hope that's everybody, early vote. Get it out the way. Go ahead on an early vote, because on November 5th, you're not going to want to stand in long lines. You're not going to want to deal with it. I don't want you to think, oh well, I'm not gonna vote. This line too long. No, it is very, very important this year, as every year is important, but this year is definitely important for you to get the vote out. So know when your poll is opening and closing. Plan your transportation. You know, you might want to, if you're going to early vote, you might want to pick up a couple people in your neighborhood or your aunt or somebody. If I was in Virginia, I'd be picking up my Aunt Val and I'd be taking her to vote. I want to make sure she can get there and vote and do what she needs to do with no hindrance. So if you have elderly people in your family and you want to make sure that they vote, go ahead and check them out. Check and make sure they have something is going on with my computer, guys. I'm sorry. Check and make sure that they have a ride to poll. And if don't, take some time, make sure they get one, or you take them yourself. We got to make sure our elderly get to the poll. Bring a friend, like I said, bring a friend. If somebody in your neighborhood doesn't have a car or whatever, just for that particular day. I mean, I don't know. I don't mind giving people rides, but ask them if they need a ride. Or you might make an outing of it. Get lunch afterwards or breakfast before and go vote. So those are my things. Remember. Do not, if someone is trying to engage you in, I call it an argument. Oh, right. Thanks, Auntie. Absentee ballots. You need to order your absentee ballots as soon as you can. I will say this. If you are planning on getting your absentee ballot, do it as soon as you can. I don't like absentee ballots because I'm afraid, my daughter has to get one this year, but I'm afraid that people will throw them away.
Is this Indy's first time voting in a presidential election?
Yes, ma'am, it is. Yeah. And
my kids voted.
Kids like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, this is
we
exciting.
Did it as a family. We did it as a family. Voted in 2020.
You know, this thing is it's important. Go ahead and do what you need to do. But and as far as the absentee ballot, like I said, get them now. Get them as soon as you can, and check on your registration. Some people don't believe it, but if you haven't voted in the last 3 or 4 years, or it's been a while since you voted, some people are being purged from the system. So check your name, go on to iwillvote.com and check to make sure that you are still registered people. Some people don't think that is happening, but it is. So that's all I have right now. And I was getting ready to tell you, don't engage in, I call it hot-headed debate with people that mean you no good. You know, because all you're going to do is get yourself upset. If somebody starts talking about, you know, something you agree with, you don't always have to respond. I don't. I walk away and I say, have a nice day, or I hope you feel better today. So don't let everybody get upset about this race. You know what you want to do, and that's just it. Nobody is going to change your mind, hopefully. I mean, just don't let people get you upset. Let's say that. All I have for my political corner.
Okay. Well, I did mine while you were getting yourself together. But I pretty much talked about I'm actually checking to make sure I'm registered to vote. Also, if you move, you want to make sure that you are good to go.
Right. And Mother's on here. She works at the polls. She said, make sure you mail your absentee and please don't bring it with you when. Oh,
they got your history of voting.
Sure, you mail your absentee in. Please don't get with you. it tells you, Ma, are you saying make sure you don't bring it with you, mail it in, or are you saying bring it with you? Because your
when you come to
statement is
vote.
a little confusing. But
Yeah, but you can. It has my whole history of voting. I've been active since
make sure
2000.
you don't bring it.
I've been active since 2000. They have what my precinct is, my voting number, active, the status, the address, how my ballots have been approved in 20, 21, and 22. So yeah,
Everything
where I
there,
vote,
all history. Yep.
yep, I'm good to go.
And you can
So
order your absentee ballot on there. I believe you can do all of that on there.
okay.
All right. The topic at hand.
So
Tonight we are talking
go ahead.
about,
I'm trying to see if I can find this clip.
I think I'm a little off.
You a little off?
I'm yeah, the devil don't want me to be here tonight, y'all. I'm stuck. I can't my screen wasn't right. But that's all right. Get behind me. Because I'm on here tonight. I know, Auntie, I'm free. I said the devil don't want me on here tonight. If I'm frozen, you can barely hear what I'm saying. Lord,
It's
I don't know
gonna
what's
be
going
all
on.
right. So I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about women over 30 being single and not happy. So they just kind of made an assumption that, I'm trying to find the clip, that just because you are single, you're not happy. And I don't know if I agree with that. I think at 30 anyway, you definitely can be happy at 30 and being single. What are your thoughts on that?
I think
Well,
people associate you being happy. Can you hear me?
mm-hmm.
I think people associate you being happy with whether you're in a relationship or not. I think
Thank you.
yeah,
I don't
I'm gonna
think it's
log
true
on my
either.
iPad.
So they were pretty much saying that just because you're single, you're 30 and you're not happy, like that's like I guess the final thing to be happy, you have to be in a relationship. But I think you got to be happy within yourself first. And a lot of times we may not be, and we may not be ready to be in a relationship. So I don't a relationship. What age you are? What age you are? Hold on. Hold on.
Kick me out.
I was trying to.
All right, is that better? Because this is driving me
Yeah,
nuts.
that's a whole lot better.
Okay, great. This is.
So what were you saying?
I was saying that I think people associate you being in a relationship with being happy. Some people, don't have to be in a relationship to be happy.
And some people choose not to be in a relationship.
Right, right. I think people think that if you're not married or have a significant other, that you're just not happy, and that's not the case. A lot of people take that time to travel, to do them, and that's okay. That
So
is definitely okay.
Absolutely. So it's saying that there's no single woman above 30 who is happy being single.
That's a lie.
I agree too.
I was single with a child at 32, and I was so happy. I had my mother to help me with her. I could come and go when I felt like it. My aunt, my family supported me, and I was very happy.
There's no single woman above. Let's see what Charlemagne said, because he always so controversial. 30 who is happy being single. Period. No matter how you pretend to be, comma, deep down you want a man. Period. Ain't no semicolons, ain't no dots. She is matter of fact with this statement. Now, I want all women listening to this convo before we have it to understand that the universe is listening to you and your tongue is powerful. You're going to get what you asked for and get it because you asked for it. So before you say, I don't need no man, think about the things you are saying. Lauren, go.
I am happy, but I am going to find my husband. Okay. I think that in order for me to find he's going to find me. He's on his way. Mm-hmm. But I got to be ready to greet him when he get here. So I think that I had to kind of
You ain't ready.
Doing right now. I'm getting myself together, but I am in a good space, and I want to be because I want to attract somebody who's also in this.
Now, Lauren LaRosa's mom is here. Yes, Lauren LaRosa's mother is here. And I'm going to tell you, Mom, she talks about you a lot. She says you put a lot of pressure on her to find a man and have kids. Is that true, man? Well, Lauren LaRosa's mom behind the scenes says she has one grandchild and she wants more.
Shout out to my brother. It's his birthday today, too.
Yeah, shout out to Don Kirk Boyd. Mm-hmm. That's my son. I had him on my birthday.
Hey.
Okay. So birthing is a big deal to me.
That's right.
And I do not believe that a person should do it before they're ready. You know? Mm-hmm. And I do feel like God is so good that he gives it to you right on time. Like I say, my son was born on my birthday, right on time.
And Lauren, you had Lauren when you was like, did you say 38?
38,
wow.
Yes, indeed.
Wow. So that was a good point that they said, like, felt like her mom was pressuring her. So as we get a little older, you had Indy a little older. Did you feel like your mom was pressuring you? When you gonna settle down and have a baby? Okay.
My mother never pressured me. At least not to me. She might have told somebody else that, but she never pressured me. And I think I had my daughter at the perfect age, even though I wasn't married. But I think that was the perfect age because in my 20s, oh no. No. I wasn't ready. I was a traveler. I was gone almost every weekend. So no.
Right. Yeah.
But I think, like I said, a lot of times people associate you not being married or having a significant other and definitely not having kids yet. Like, what's wrong with you? You don't have no kids. I mean, listen, ladies nowadays, I'm sorry to say, kids and being married in a relationship is not the first thing on the list. It's getting having a career. That's what a lot of women aspire to right now because you go to college. They say, go to college. All right. You don't go to college to then just come out and become a homemaker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of times now you see young girls see that career, they see that spotlight, they want that. And then once they get to that point where they're ready, and now that's really in their 30s.
Right.
Whereas before it was in your late 20s.
Right. Professional women do tend to have their kids later on in life.
Yeah.
People, college and for career-driven women, I won't say professional, but career-driven women tend to put the babies and marriage on the back burner and want to establish themselves first before, bringing.
When I had India, I had a house. I mean, I had it all together. I was able to pay for babysitter. I was able to pay for private school, home. I was able to pay for all of that and not be concerned. In my 20s, man, I was good in my 20s as well, but I was living in an apartment. I was coming and going. I was traveling for an organization that I was in. I was partying, I can be honest. I was having a good time. I wasn't ready.
Mhm.
I wasn't
Right.
ready. But
Yeah,
that
and
didn't
this,
mean I wasn't happy either.
right. If you above 30, you single. I mean, sometimes you could have just been getting out of a relationship. You're still trying to find yourself. You'll be surprised. Some women have been married 1 or 2 times by the age of 30 or a little over 30. So just figuring yourself out and maybe like, nah, I'm pause on that right now. I just want to date and have fun and get to know me.
Even now, at this age that I'm at
Even
now, I wouldn't say that I was unhappy. Do I want to be in a relationship? Do I want to be married? Absolutely. But I wouldn't say that I'm unhappy. That's just something that I'm striving for, but I'm not unhappy.
right,
Not at
right.
all. I don't know that
Well, it didn't say being unhappy. It says happy being single. So that's a difference.
happy being
Being
are
single.
you happy being single? Okay.
Right. So
All
that's a
right. So I might
difference.
have been looking at that. Are you
Right.
happy being single? Um,
My kids are 28 and 33, and though their fathers were always present, I was happy because I was a mom, and yes, I had a great support from my family too. I didn't miss having a man in my life, and I did need a man in my life to be happy in. And all, I had a great job, wonderful family, the man that was last thing. She said the man was last thing. And sometimes we don't want, like, I don't, a lot of women be like, no, I'm good, because relationships bring about stress and anxiety, and I
yeah.
don't want to be dealing with no foolishness. So I'd rather just stay single. I may not be happy about it, but that's the best decision for me based on what I've experienced.
Well, we have a guest that is going to come on shortly. I just got the message that he'll be on. And so we wanted to get the view from the other side. The men that dates these women. How do what's your opinion? How do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Because we can always say, "Oh, I wasn't unhappy. I was fine. I was this, that, and the other." But how do the men that you date see it?
Well, Rodney stated that people have an imaginary timeline. Okay, I was just gonna ask him. He said most women over 30 will most likely not be happy single because women more often than men have timelines.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
do have time. Well, I want to get married by the time, because we got a ticking clock, Rodney. We want to have babies. We don't want to be at the graduation, people, or at the elementary school.
Is that your
Your
grandma?
grandma. Yeah, like, no, mama. I'm not the grandma, I'm the mama.
Oh, that's my baby. I
My
mean,
girlfriend, Maisha, she was going to school. Her kid was in the kindergarten. She in maybe her 40s. Them parents were in their early 20s. Like,
mhm.
old enough to be their mama. So yeah, we want to yeah, we do agree that
We
women
agree. We
time
agree, but I wouldn't say not well, I take that back. Some women may not be happy with their circumstance. May not be happy with it. And there are some women that aren't happy.
well, I ain't happy paying all these bills. I want to split these bills with somebody, or at least. So can I give me a Ti to pay? Ti said Tiny ain't got to pay none of the bills in the house. All her money is hers.
That's what I need me a TI, baby. Give me a
I'm trying
TI.
to get
'Cause,
give
woo.
mine a cup of Ti.
Let me find me a TI because well, let me not say that because I have a special someone. But I just, listen, it all
People dating
depends
for
on who
health
it
these
is.
days instead of
What do you say? People dating for help?
love.
Listen,
I agree,
Rodney.
Rodney. We need a partner, and more than I put a partner in every sense of the word.
And y'all, we sit up here talking. Rodney was the baby. He used to be he used to be the baby because Red had him, and he up here talking and giving us advice.
Yeah, I had Rodney
I'm
at
like,
20. I think I had Rodney at 22. I was pregnant with Rodney when I was graduating from high school. And not high
and
school,
he on
college.
here, he on here giving in the podcast talking with us. Lord
It
have
is tough
mercy.
out here. Like the cost of living is very high these days, and it definitely
It
takes.
is.
You can
It
make
is.
6 figures and still don't be enough.
Now let me say this. Do I want to be alone for the rest of my life? Now that would make me sad.
Mm.
You know, having a tough spot here and there, or figuring out where the right person is or who the right person is, with hope that I'm gonna someday meet somebody. But there are people out here that's like, "Child, I ain't looking for no man," and I'm like, that would make me sad
Yeah,
because
but
I
I
know
think,
I want to be with somebody.
yeah, but I guess to each his own. They probably, and sometimes wish they had somebody, but you get comfortable and used to. That's just not my situation, so I'm just gonna live life and do me, kind of thing.
But
Been there.
are you are you doing that because there's no other choice, or are you doing that because, maybe you fed up? Like we're going to be talking about people bringing their past into situations. Are you just not willing to trust anymore because you done been burnt? Like, there's so many
D.
reasons
So
out
D,
there.
all of the above. Let's see what else they said.
That's what you want, like you say, put it in the air.
Put it in the atmosphere.
Yeah, put it in the atmosphere. My son says the same thing too.
I also
Some of these women put fornication before communication, and that's the problem.
wait, break that down.
You care about sex before anything else.
No, I think that's a guy's belief. I don't think
No,
that's
not this new era of city girls, Mom.
I think there are women. No, I think that there are women that do that, and I think that there are women who, even if they don't want that to happen, they feel like they gotta do that in
That's
order
what I'm
to
saying.
get the man where they think they need to get him at. But
That's true. Do we give it up a little easier because it's the competition out here? Are we feeling like if you're a high value woman, you shouldn't have
I
to.
ain't competing. I'm not using my body to compete with nobody else. If you want me, you want me. If you don't, bye-bye.
I agree with you, but a lot of women do.
eventually, what you realize, and that's what I'm saying, you need to take the time. For me, I had to be single a little bit because I had to realize like what was important. Like I don't even what.
You said a lot of bit. You said a little bit. You said a lot of bit.
It's been a little bit. Okay, majority of my life I've been in relationships, and when I sat and thought about that, I'm like, you gotta like
Is
take
this
some
true,
time to
Mom?
yourself.
Did you like any of these guys that Lauren?
That's a good point too. If you've been in a relationship since you were early teen and relationship after relationship after relationship, and they break up, they could be 2 and 3 years, but then you break up and then you instantly back. Some people don't want to be alone until you realize I need this time to myself, and like let me take this time to myself.
Bring
But
it on.
that's a person that doesn't.
I love what
That's a person that don't know how to be with themselves.
Absolutely.
If you got to have somebody after, as soon as you break up with one person, you don't give your time and yourself time enough to heal, and you on to the next. You don't know what the issue is. The issue could be you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We said that's because y'all out at the point in y'all life you can admit there was a time when you used your body.
I don't know what Dante talking about, but
Dante said it
I
was
didn't
a time.
use my body to get nobody. Never, ever in my lifetime.
Lauren loves. I love what Don loves. That's theirs.
That means no.
Really?
That means no.
No, that means yes.
You know Lauren like the scissors a little bit
Because
too. You
she
know about that? You know what?
Don't because
I believe she really loved the guy that she was with. Oh man, well, how many years?
Well, we
7
old
years?
birds out
10
there.
years?
Broke her heart.
No, if anything, it broke both of their hearts.
Aw.
You
What
know.
about these girls she be dabbling with?
What girl? What you talking about?
You ain't know about that?
Mom, he's joking. He is joking.
Oh, I ain't know. I thought you already had that combo.
Tell her you joking.
Lauren, I thought you already had that combo.
You always be
I
trying to
get on her
get.
for joking about you because
She
I
don't
love
like it when I say
how
that you
you
gay.
respect your wife.
Yes, ma'am.
I love love. I just love love.
Lauren do too.
But she comes at you,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'll be like, Lauren, that's your boss. Don't do
I'm
that.
not her
I
boss.
told her
You
50
ain't gonna have no
times.
job.
No, that's not true. Let's go to
And
the
also,
phone
too,
line.
you love who you love. I really like the fact that you indulge in all types of people. You
Lauren,
don't block it off.
so you ain't know Lauren like girls too?
I know what she likes best.
Oh,
She
okay.
did.
Okay.
They telling too much of that girl
I
business.
know, baby. I know, baby.
She's all right. Whatever she loves, we love. When she like it, we love it. If she lick it, we
Can,
love
can
it.
we open the topic?
Okay, that's enough
Can we
of that.
So Valerie said, never did I use my body if I was even suspected that that's what a man wanted from me. He knew up front he was dealing with the wrong woman. That's right, Valerie. But like Dante
I'm
said,
not saying there are women out here that don't use their bodies.
yeah,
There are plenty. There are plenty, and we all know some. But,
that's
um,
good.
you know, that. But you can use your body all you want to. You know what I mean? You go some of the most beautiful women out here that's got the bangingest body out here. They use you up and move on to the next one. And the crazy thing is, a lot of times you'll look at the man, the one that the man chooses, and she ain't the prettiest one out there with the bang in his body. You done gave
Mm-mm,
up your body for nothing. You
mm-mm.
know, he end up at the end of the day when he really want to settle down, he wants that person that his kids can respect. You
Or
know,
exactly, or the women that's going out there and doing it
and
in
doing something.
just because they want to attract a certain type of guy, and they don't be the ones that they choose to wife or to marry. You serve that purpose.
And a lot of times people are younger people, older people. It ain't even no age now. Are looking at people that's in the limelight, singers, actors, start trying to do what they do, and that stuff don't work for you.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna be all used up in the corner trying to figure out where your man at. And it's
With
sad, but it's the truth.
with the next one, that's if he a shallow man.
Mhm. You know. I wish I knew where our guest was, but let's ask some of the guys that's in the group right now. If a woman came to you and she was using her body to get at you, what would you do? You know? What would you do?
Rodney said then they're gonna settle. Yeah.
So Rodney, what would you do if a woman came at you and you knew she was trying to use her body to get to you to get what she wanted from you? What would you do?
Yeah, especially if you got a little money, you driving a nice car, you living
Hmm.
nice, you got the clothes, they coming for you because they think you got it and they think that you're gonna give it up. But the thing is, most men that really, really work hard for that money, they ain't giving it up. Not so easily.
Rodney being honest. He being honest, but look at, and this is one of my favorite reality stars, but I just think that she's showing her stupidity right now.
Portia.
Portia.
Yeah.
Portia, I was fooled, y'all. I was fooled. She fooled me. I thought Portia was in love. I
Oh,
thought she was in love.
I thought she was too. She was in love with the money. And
She was in love with that money.
he is a man scorn. What they said ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah,
But they do
sure.
it all the time anyway. I mean, if you marry a woman that's 20 years your junior, you rich, whatever, 9 times out of 10, your money is 80% of what they want. 20% possibly love. I mean, it happens you can be that, but yeah. Mm-mm.
Well, let's ask this question to men as well. If you in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you single, are you happy? Is it different for men?
That's a good question.
I wonder. I mean, is it really different for men? Because there's a lot of men out here that's single. That's been through some relationships, don't really want any more. Some of them don't even want kids.
Yeah, a lot of them don't want kids. Well, I hope my children give me some grandbabies one day.
I
But
hope
when
mine
they
give me
ready,
one.
can afford them.
Not right now.
Not right
But
now.
I don't know. Our men do, I know Ronnie said that women, we impose a timeline upon ourselves, but do men ever have that timeline? Do you ever feel like, um, you know, You need to settle down. You want to have a family. When does that time frame come? And when you get to that point, do you consider yourself unhappy if you don't meet that at a certain point in your
Right.
life?
And do y'all men here, when you gonna give me some grandbabies? When you gonna get married? When you gonna give me some grandbabies? When you gonna settle down? Do you hear that as a man?
Well, you just said it.
What? Here I'm gonna use
I
her body
hope,
to get what
I
I
hope,
want.
I hope I have some grandbabies. It
Dante
is, Dante, it is later
said,
in life.
mm-hmm.
It is.
Because they
Because
feel like
you
they
can
missing
have,
something.
you can be a dad at an older age and nobody even question you.
Rodney said most younger women don't want to build something together these days. They want the man to come complete, but they haven't figured their own stuff out. Yeah, that's
That's
true.
that's very true.
That
That
is
is
true.
very true. Very true. And when Dante said later in life for men, it is later in life for
Mm-hmm.
men. Men are allowed to go out there, find their career, build a life for themselves, then settle down.
I would say black people, our counterparts, they typically meet their spouses in college. They marry, they have a good life. They are taught to find your bride in college. The black men, no, they having a good time. They're not looking for their soulmate or their college sweetheart or their wife when they're in college. My only thing is kids because I want a handful, but we can have kids later than women, so the timeline is different. That's true, Rodney. Particularly if the man isn't happy
That's
financially.
very
That's
true.
true.
That's
That's
very
true.
true.
Cause
I
y'all
totally agree
know
with
money
that,
ain't right.
Dante.
When men money funny, they're a whole new creature. And I get it because they're supposed to be the ones to provide and take care of the families and be able to, so yeah, when we like, okay, it's a little struggle, but yeah.
I get that. I mean, because like we said, you want to be able to handle the family when you're ready to have it. So if the man is not financially um able to do that at that time, what do we say? I mean, what's being said about those men? Oh girl,
Right.
you don't have no baby, no family by no man who's struggling. He need to have this, that, and the other.
But if a man or woman later in life, in their mid 30s, late 30s, and they're not married, don't have any kids, and we automatically think, well, what's wrong with you? You too picky, or you must got some issues that nobody want to marry you, or you don't have no kids yet. But it could just be your morals. I'm waiting for the right one. I want to get married first and then have kids. But it's us and what we project on other people.
So I have an uncle. I call him my uncle brother because he's not that much older than me. And he's dated and I used to always ask him, what's going on with you? You so picky, you this, but
Hmm.
I stopped doing that because at a certain point it's, well, maybe he's okay with where he is. I do know that he wants a significant other, but I don't want him to settle either. Just because he wants somebody, he might go out there and find the wrong person just to fill that spot.
I agree, Rodney. I feel like you get more leeway from people as a woman when your stuff not together as opposed to men. That's absolutely true. I agree
Hmm.
with that 100%.
I agree with that. I definitely agree. But let me ask you the question. We're getting a little bit off a topic, but let me ask you this question. What if a woman see the thing is twofold because men may have a woman that's willing to step up. Let's say you fell on hard times, but when y'all met, you were good. You fell on hard times, and she said, "Baby, I got you." But that man's mind and his ego don't always allow him to accept that from a woman because then he starts to feel less than. He's supposed to be the breadwinner. He's feeling emasculated. He's feeling all these things where all I'm saying is, baby, let me just help you until you can get back. I'm not saying um I'm going to do this forever, but let me help you until you can get back to where you need to be. And what if a woman is the one who's making more money? Why
Mm.
is it looked at as, oh, you taking care of this man? He working, he doing his part. I just happen to make more money. What's wrong with that?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think men, it depends on if you're married, how long you've been married, and in the situation, and you know your woman, is she gonna throw that in your face? That I was helping you when you were down. I held you down.
Well, you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell y'all my story real quick. And I tell it now because I wanted to help somebody. Me and my ex-husband, when he met me, I was making more money than him. I was doing my thing, and I was, it didn't bother me that he made less than me because I saw his potential. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it got to him more than it got to me, and I didn't know it. And so that kind of messed us up a little bit. Um, and now you just never know what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I lost my job during COVID. I lost my job. And during that time, he moved up and up the ladder and up the ladder. And now he's making more money than I am and feels great about his status and where he is now. Sometimes, everything ain't gonna always be the same. A
Right.
woman, you can't be like, oh, I'm making more money, I'm doing this, because you can lose your job at the drop of a dime.
That's true.
Everything, and then be looking at him like, baby, I need your help. Where you done
Mm-hmm.
emasculated this man, and he looking at you like, really?
Go find another job. Well, you better be
Go,
working
you
day and
need
night.
2 jobs, right? Right. So don't always think your situation can't change, because it
Right.
can't.
It
It
does.
definitely can. I will tell you that myself. It can change. So you just never know. If you love a person, get in there and work with them. Because a lot
Right.
of people start out in the beginning and then they both are at a certain point and they build together.
A lot of women look at women who do that as taking care of a man, not taking care of a man, but making more money than and dating down. Girl, you crazy. I wouldn't be dating no man that I made way more money than. And, you know, it was never mentioned with my ex that she made double my salary. I agree with Fee. She's seeing my potential. Yep, we
Right.
see potential. We okay with that. I'm ready to be a stay-at-home dad, Dante. You already stay-at-home dad. Look, I went out to work 8 o'clock. He's snoring like I don't know what. I go home, go to work. He's at home with Kobe. I come back home from work. I'm like, he fixing dinner. I'm like, okay, you can be a stay-at-home dad after.
Dante is like, my job is flexible, baby. I can do my job wherever I'm at.
Mm-hmm. I
Listen,
was,
whatever makes you happy. If you happy, keep other people out your
yes, it's what
business.
works for you, and it's what works for you. You know.
Exactly. Exactly. And going back to the subject, if you 30 and over and you're single, don't have any kids, or you might have a kid and you feeling some kind of way, listen, there are groups out here now for women. There are women, single women, that get together to hang
Mhm.
out with each other. There are um now there are groups with men and women that meet up, and you may be able to meet somebody that pleases you. There are
Mhm.
opportunities out here. You just gotta go out there and find it.
How so, Rodney? How social media impacts over 30? What do you mean specifically?
Oh, I
I,
I agree with that, Rodney.
I
Because
do.
you, people see people out there dating and traveling and having all this fun, and they think, man, I don't have that, and it makes you feel some kind of way sometimes.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Well, I'm working. Or I was telling one of my girlfriends, she was telling me about a situation, and she said somebody else was like, "Well, no, you shouldn't do that." I was like, it might sound cruel or a little harsh, but try not to take advice or recommendation from somebody who's in an unhappy relationship, because they're going to project their stuff onto you. Like they scorn or whatever. Don't listen to that person. They in that feeling. So try not to take advice from somebody who is already in a bad situation. Most time people wouldn't even give you advice like that, but sometimes people can be a little negative when you say stuff like that. But girl, he trying. He just got another job, so he trying. You making, like Rodney said, double your salary, but girl, I wouldn't mess with him. Girl, you can see so and so. He trying to get with you when he drive this and he work here. You need to leave that one alone that ain't doing nothing. So.
You ever heard of a person that, like Ronnie said on social media, she see this girl, man taking her to Paris and all these islands and stuff, and she's like, well, why don't you do that for me? Comparing their relationship, knowing goodness well y'all ain't got that kind of money. Your money don't roll that way. So
Right.
maybe he take you to Florida, but
Well,
you feeling some kind of way.
right.
I'll take Florida if that's all you can do. But
Yeah,
anyway,
but happiness, like Valerie said, it's all about being happy. Never make money an issue, because if you do, you will lose out on a happy life. Yes, it's okay to have money and be stable, but money can also ruin you, can ruin your relationship. You're always talking and bragging about it. That's just my opinion. That's a great opinion, and very true. And a lot of people
absolutely.
be out here faking the funk too
Mm-hmm.
to
Broke
get
and
attention.
smoke.
Yep.
And be broke and smoke. Oh my God, they found this one girl, y'all. It was so crazy. This girl was saying she was in Bora Bora. She was in all of these different places. And she was maybe right at a beach here in the United States, putting up signs, just faking the funk, adding stuff to her pictures, and her friends realized that I think she was supposed to have been out of town. It said she was on a flight. She showed herself in the airport, and they went to her house, and she was at her house in the bed,
That's a mental illness. If
faking,
you if you
faking it.
that's a mental illness if you faking it like that. That's
She was
ridiculous.
faking it. Yeah.
You have to make money a topic of the relationship, though. You must discuss money. Yeah, especially if
Oh
you're trying
yeah,
to
you gotta discuss it.
discuss it and have the same morals and values and respect for money. Because money can come and it goes just as quickly. So you got to be able to make it and produce it and spend it and.
And if both of y'all are spenders and nobody knows how to save or budget, that's a problem. Because you're
That's a
not
big
gonna have money for long. One of you all have to know. And it's listen, guys, let me say this to you. Simply because I am an accountant, I know how to budget. It's okay for you to allow your wife to handle the finances. It's
Mm.
nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. A lot of men are like, no, I handle it. I do all this. I do that. Well, then you're going to stress yourself out. It's okay to allow your wife to handle your finances. Just as long as you know that she's not in there just buying up stuff and spending up the money, you got to be able to check it as well. But if
Or
you're
being a
not the person that's good at handling finances and your wife knows how to do it and she's good at it, let your wife do it.
Ask Shaq. He did it. He allowed Shawnee to handle his stuff. No, I'm just messing. But you're absolutely right. Because, yeah. I mean, that's one less thing that we could take off their bags. They already out mostly earning the money. At least we can figure this thing out and do that
Right.
part.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing
But
wrong
that
with that
comes
at
a
all.
whole level of trust. And that's like
Well, you're supposed to
marriage.
trust your wife. You married to
Well,
her.
that's true. I said marriage. Trust the
you,
marriage.
I said wife. I ain't said girlfriend. Now,
Right.
I don't know about trusting your girlfriend with your money. Now, I mean, that's up to
And,
you.
and
I
everybody
said your wife.
And everybody do something different. Some people, they have that one account that everything works out of that. This is all ours. Then you got some that this yours, this mine, and we have something together. My thing is, it's whatever works for you in your relationship.
Right. Right.
Don't give me my money.
Dante, she told me she had a secret account. I can't tell you where it says. She didn't tell me that.
It's in Switzerland. You need to get the book. Rock Your Money, My Knees Feet. Yeah, Felicia, Rock Your Money.
That's right.
You might need to send Rodney and Jayla Rock Your Money. I'm gonna get a copy.
Listen, I got Rock Your Money.
I
It's for the young person coming up to help you understand. I give you live examples of things that happened to me. Listen, I'm all about handling your money. I'm all about that because you need to be able to provide for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's an
and your
important
future.
thing. And your future. And
Yeah.
you need to come, women, and I'm gonna say this for the young women, you gotta come with something as well. You can't
Mhm.
just come to the man and accept this is what I want, this is what I need, yada yada. You need to come with something as well to build upon, you
More
know?
than your body, right?
More than just your body.
Because I can't go there. I can't take your body there to Dominion Power. I can't send your body to Movement Mortgage. I can't send your body to Xfinity. They ain't paying the bills.
Somebody there might use you, but they ain't gonna put no money on your account.
No, not at all.
Listen, our special guest, he has something that came up last minute, so we're gonna try to bring him on because he has some things. He has some really good things that I think is from the male's point of view that we don't often hear, because we kind of, as women, we kind of, kind of like poo-poo it away. Oh, that's y'all idea. That ain't right. That ain't right. But tonight we were going to listen to the male's point of view, but his work load got the best of him, so we're going to invite him on again. He did not, because of the work that he does, he did not want his face to be seen, so we were going to allow him to keep his camera off. So we're gonna get him back on here and at a later date.
Yes. I am gonna get your book to send it to my kids though, because
Okay.
I didn't learn until I was a lot older about money, and but this ain't about money, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I learned no. I learned the word no because
Oh,
my
I know
mama would
that.
tell me, no, I don't have it. No,
Mm-hmm.
no. So yeah, my daughter hasn't learned the word no. I mean, I tell her no, but I don't spoil her too much. But
Yeah.
she gonna figure it out sooner or later. But guys, listen, we appreciate y'all coming on here and talking to us, and we haven't been on here in a while because Red has her special thing she's doing that you guys will hear about soon. And I've been working on this campaign, so we just doing our thing. We ladies that's doing our thing.
Did
And
you miss it, Ernest?
Ernest, if you don't go somewhere, gonna come on when we get ready to log off. Tomorrow, did I miss it?
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
you missed it. All
So
right, guys.
yes. So next week, what we got, Fee?
Um, we working on something. We can't tell y'all until we get our guests straight. We gotta make sure we get our guests straight, and you're not gonna be disappointed. Let's say that.
Yes.
You
Let's
won't,
say,
you won't be disappointed.
did you put the voting link in our chat or pin it to make sure everybody's registered to vote?
Let's see.
We don't
Let's
care who
get to
you
that.
vote for. We do, but we don't. But just vote.
We're not telling you who to vote for on here.
No, just vote.
Even though I do have on a shirt. Oops, Lord. Even though I do have on a shirt I'm not telling you who to vote for. I just like this shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having a struggle day today. So please don't. I'm trying to put this thing in here. Please don't
But
hold it against me.
we see y'all next week.
We are here
I
to
will put
inspire her, the
put
total
it in
woman.
Yes. All right. Is that the applause or I thought it was the outro? We just
You